Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hi, how is everybody? Hope everybody's fine. I got a new printed shirt that I have not debuted yet. Oh. We got a good one for you today, right? We're going to talk about why Black women can't be saved from the streets. Because, see, it can almost be funny to a certain degree to laugh at these older, bitter 304s that wasted their life and they wasted their youth and they wasted their looks. Now they at the wall, past the wall, scared of the wall. And so when you look back at all of their decisions, it's like, okay, where'd you think you were going to end up? What did you think was actually going to happen to you? Right? But what we're going to talk about today is why do they end up at the wall like that? Because not every woman gets to the wall. The wall, the concept of the wall is really preserved for women who typically always engaged transactionally through their sexual market value. And then they reach a point where they can't do that anymore because age, because, you're not as sexy at 35 as you are at 21, things of that nature. Thank you, Frederick said the devil must control his merchandise. Exactly. Right? And thank you so much for kicking off the contributions. I really appreciate that. So, we got to talk about where that happens. And I got a couple of videos that I want to share because I'm going to use them as the catalyst, and I need y'all to see them and hear them so you can fully understand where I'm about to come from today. Because this message is really for young ladies, and the younger they are, the more this message is for them. So mothers, fathers who are listening to me, if you got young daughters, you got young women, young little ladies in your family, your nieces, what have you. They need to hear this badly. So I'm going to share a couple of videos. Actually, I'm probably going to share quite a few videos today. They're kind of relatively short, But here we go. We're going to start out with this one. And then this is a young lady on TikTok. She stitched with somebody. I'm going to show you guys her video, and then I'm going to show you the video she stitched, which is also interesting. And these are young women. Teens, early 20s. Okay?
After I lost my virginity, I said, who's next?
Okay, let me tell you something. She ain't lying. Because when I lost my virginity, I lost my motherfucking mind. And it's even worse if you came from like a super strict household like myself. Because I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't do nothing. I could barely even spend the night over my friend's house who literally lived right across the street from me, bro. I could barely even go over in the house without it being a problem. Like, I would catch an anxiety attack if I even stepped foot in anybody's house. Okay, not to mention, like, growing up, I was known as like a little goody two-shoes. Super smart, got good grades, didn't date nobody, wasn't into none of that. I would reject every guy that, like, tried to, like, talk to me or anything like that. Like, I was really, like, true definition of a goody-goody, right? But then your girl fucked around and got her first job. So you know what that mean, right? I'm making my own money. I got a reason to not be home. And it's a bunch of teenagers and young adults working with me. So, it was only a matter of time before something went down, right? Baby, it went down. It went all the way down. It went down.
After I lost my virginity.
Now, I'm going to stop sharing right here, and I'm going to come back to you guys. Because that was actually interesting. We're going to come back to what that young lady said. Because, again, it was very interesting to hear her say that. Now, she's talking probably just a couple of years ago, because she looked like she's still young. She's still like in her 20s, her early 20s, look like she don't, you know what I mean? So this is like within recent years, what she talking about. Okay? Being raised in a strict household. We're gonna define that as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the video she stitched with, and I need you to listen to that young lady as well. So let me cue that up.
So I seen one of my homegirls make a video about her being.
Let me try to see if I can make it big.
So I seen one of my.
Okay, here we go. So there might be a little bit of language, of course, these young ladies. So I'm going to show you probably just the one from her. And I need you to hear what she's saying. Because we got a lot to dig into today. Okay? See, because it goes beyond just saying, oh, they for the streets. Oh, you know what I'm saying? We, the lionesses, have to demonstrate to the young women how they get into this situation, because it's not you get in but you can't get out, and that's the problem. Getting in is not the problem. Getting out is the issue, right? Let me just share my screen really quick, and here we go. Just listen to this young lady.
My homegirls make a video about her being a virgin. And it just brought back up memories, and I'm bored, up late, so I feel like talking about it. So let's talk about it. Okay, so I lost my virginity when I was 19 years old. Yes, I went high school every school year without getting none. Like, And it wasn't like, oh, I'm waiting for the right guy, I'm waiting for marriage. It wasn't none of that. So a lot of people be saying, oh my God, it hurted so bad. Oh my God, I cried. Oh my God, it was this and that. When I tell you that felt so damn good, I was off a bleezy. I'm losing my virginity in every position type. Like, no pain, no gain, nothing. Everything down to it, down to this. I lose my virginity though. Like, that's kind of loud. But it's crazy because bro didn't even last long at all. Like, but I'm a virgin, so I don't even know. Like, that's not normal at all. So I'm happy. Like, I'm left. I'm not left because it was at my mom's house, but I was satisfied. Basically, one thing I regret is that my mom didn't teach me like the rules of having sex and like the precautions and what not to do, what to do. When I tell you I started wilding after I lost my virginity, I said, who's next? I'm telling you, after I lost my virginity, anybody I ever thought was attractive or I wanted to see what it was about, I tried it. I didn't care. I was wilding, one night stands type. I'm probably going to be embarrassed after. Hopefully this video don't blow up and just only like my supporters see it. But I don't know. Like, it's just my truth. Like, it's probably why God said, we're going to get her pregnant. That's probably why. If you really think about it, I just told you guys, I lost my virginity at 19. I also got pregnant at 19. And no, it wasn't by the same guy that I lost my virginity to. That just tells you I was on the path of destruction. So God stroked down and struck me, and he said, I'm going to save you. So I see.
Okay. I wanted to show you those two ladies, those two young ladies. Okay? These are young ones. These are the young ones. They young. How do you get into that? Thank you, Miss Lou Casey. How do you get into that? How do these young ladies get into that situation, right? Where you had one that didn't seem like she didn't mention having a strict environment. But the young lady with the dreads, with the locks, she mentioned having a strict environment where she wasn't allowed to do most things, right? She wasn't allowed to do most things, going over nobody's house, she was a goody. A lot of black girls can actually relate to that part, being the goody, because we are taught from the start. We are taught both systems. I need that to be understood. From the beginning, girls are taught, and I'm sure boys are too. But since we're talking about girls, we are taught both the 10 life value system and the lost value system. We're taught both at the same time. Now, which one do you think is more enticing? Huh? Thank you, Too Tall said lost value system. Exactly. We're taught both at the same time because we're told, be good. Don't touch these boys. Go to school. Get your education. Okay? You can't be going out. I wasn't allowed. I couldn't go to the movies. I couldn't go to the mall. I couldn't go. I spent one night over my girlfriend's house and they dropped me off late and picked me up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And it wasn't nothing going on over there. And her parents was there and everything. It wasn't no party. It was not nothing. It was just me and her. And that was it. I had to be like 16 years old. Okay? And I wasn't allowed to go nowhere. You went to school and came back. You went to school and you came back. That's it. As far as dysfunctional as my household was, and I'm sure so many kids' household is dysfunctional, we had that type of, you better do this, you better do that. But the problem was we grew up in the lost value system. See, we were being told have good character. We were being told verbally to be in the 10 life value system. We were told that. Parents tried to say, this is what you're supposed to do. Don't get caught up in the wrong crowd. Don't start drinking. Don't start smoking. Don't start having sex. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that because it's not going to be a good outcome. Okay, we heard what you said, but at the same time, we see what you do. And we understand on an intrinsic level that we're being taught up here how to live 10 life values. We're being given the tools for the lost value system, though. You understand that? We're being given the tools to operate in the lost value system. So this is how you get a good girl that parents care about her, trying to give her system, order, and structure, trying to make sure she do what she's supposed to do as a young lady, because they understand as adults what kind of trouble she gonna be in if she don't follow that system, order, and structure. She gonna be in a world of hurt, and she not gonna even understand how she got there, and she certainly not gonna be able to get out of it. Once she get in, it ain't no coming back. She not gonna get out. Your daddy know that. Your mama know that. You understand? They know that. That's why when you live in a household with your daddy, that's why he's so quote unquote strict. It's not really strict, because strict equal boring. But what else is boring? What else is boring? Stability, structure, order. You understand what I'm saying? Safety. That stuff is boring, quote unquote. Right? So I was given that lesson. Go to school, don't come back, don't talk to nobody. I couldn't have phone calls. None of that. The stuff that teenagers normally did, I could not do. Period. Okay? Now, that's the key. You're being told how to live the 10 life values. You're being taught how to live in the lost value system. Because in my generation, Generation X, we was latchkey kids. You leaving us unsupervised. See, girls that's growing up in these single mother homes, growing up unsupervised. So that talk that her mother think that she giving her, that she think is gonna do her daughter some good, and it may to a certain degree if the daughter listen to what her mama's saying. But at the same time, she's being left to her own devices. At 14, 15, 16, 17, she being left to peer pressure. She being left to social media. She being left to her own devices. Right? Thank you, Miss Celine. So I'm convinced the only way to raise a girl uncorrupted is to homeschool and have bad internet connections in a rural area. Okay. And thank you. Right? So once you get a girl like the young lady with the locks that say, I was in a strict household and stuff like that. Once she get a taste of the freedom, quote unquote, right? Because she felt like she was being confined. She felt like she was being enslaved. And we're going to get to that. She immediately got caught up at her first job, because there's a part 2 to that where she describes how she lost her virginity to a young man that was working with her. And he wasn't even American born. But she's so green, it didn't take much game to get her. You know what I mean? So she immediately, no sooner than she's let go with not a whole lot of supervision, she immediately get caught up in what? The lost value system. Okay? Because as a teenager, you gonna give in to the chaos. You gonna give in to that. And the reason why you gonna really give in to the chaos, okay? You're gonna end up removing your own protection in the early years due to ignorance, due to your youth and not being able to see no type of bigger picture or not have no type of foresight or nothing like that. Because when you young, don't nothing faze you. When you young like that, ain't nothing gonna get you. You're not gonna have a hard time. You're gonna be the one that make it out. You're gonna be the one that survive. You're gonna be the only one in the world that's gonna be able to have that cake and eat it too. That's how you feel. But the bait and the lure to all of that, to even getting caught up in the first place, is this: leisure. Leisure in the lost value system, where there is no limit. Okay? The leisure as it appears and as it is performed and viewed within the lost value system is the bait and the lure that gets these young girls out from their protection and the covering that their parents are trying to give them. Because when you think about Black culture, what do we predicate everything on? What's at the top of the list? Leisure. Everything we do, we gotta have fun. Everything. We can't hang out with our family without there being some event. It's got to be Christmas dinner. It's got to be Thanksgiving dinner. It's got to be New Year's. We got to be going out. We got to have a barbecue for Memorial Day. We got to have a barbecue for Labor Day. We got to go to this place and that place, the family reunion, the picnic, the this. We got to all meet up at church for Easter. We got to all come out. You see what I'm saying? And all of this stuff is commercialized. All of these things are commercialized. Just a way to spend money, cloaked in we're spending time with our family. But actually, it's just leisure. And all we do is kick it. All we do, we in school doing what? Kicking it. Because we going to school. Where do you learn the lost value system? Within the institutions. That's school. High school and all of that type of stuff that promote all of that. First of all, you got young boys and girls, aka young men and women, together at a time in their life after they done hit puberty where their hormones is out of control. And now you got them together all the time. What do you think is gonna jump off? No segregation of the genders at all. After grammar school, all the high schools are all boy or all girl. No. Everything is co-ed. Everything is, everything is mixed. So the boys, they just a walking piece of testosterone. So anything that move or jiggle, he trying to get him a piece. And her hormones ain't doing nothing no better. Okay? Because while we are told not to give in to that, you really gonna not give in to that? Who's stupid? Because for as straight-laced as a girl gonna be, it's gonna be that one boy that can untie all them straight laces. Okay? All he got to do is look at you. And every girl know it. We experience it in high school. It is what it is. No matter how straight-laced and how much you intend on actually acting on that stuff that you were taught. It's one boy in that school, or it's one boy in the neighborhood, or it's one boy living in your apartment building, or it's one boy somewhere. And he just got your number. He just got your number. He just do. And the only way to avoid him is to avoid him. Because you know if you get caught up with him whispering to you around the corner of them lockers, you done for. You done. You done. This is how you start walking the line as a young girl. Walking and trying to balance between doing what you want to do, aka the lost value system, because it seemed fun and it seemed, you know what I'm saying, adventurous and chaotic and all of that other type of stuff. And then you also, to a certain degree, you trying to keep in mind what your parents told you, what your father said, okay, about who you supposed to be, who you were actually raised to be. The issue with going in and not being able to come out is because the lost value system is designed to create slaves of every kind. It is designed, the lost value system is designed to not only create slaves of every kind, but to maintain their slavery through various addictions. I need that to sink in. It creates slavery and it maintains slavery through various addictions. You become enslaved to chaos. You become enslaved to the sexual things. Once you open that door, that's when that young girl with the bonnet said, "Who's next?" You know what she was really saying? She was really saying, I've entered into the transactional portion of my sexual market value. The door has been opened. And she said it. She said, my mother didn't teach me about sex. She didn't teach me what I should know or what I shouldn't know or what I should do or what I should not do. So I did not get taught about loving. I didn't get taught that. I didn't get taught about how my sexual market value is supposed to be purposeful and about procreating and structuring a family. I didn't get that lesson that the first man that I'm really supposed to love and practice love on is my father, and then transfer that to my husband where there can be then a romantic aspect applied to it. I didn't learn about satisfying, to be satisfied and then to satisfy my husband. I didn't learn none of that. All I learned was the transactional, the dirty, primal, carnal emotions that are connected to sex. And I've learned only how to deal with men in this way. And it is devoid of love. And it is devoid of spiritual connection. That is what they learn. Right off the bat. The transaction. Not the love, not the care, not the satisfaction, not any of that. None of that. That's why she said, who's next? And anybody I thought was cute that I tried it. Y'all don't hear me today. Y'all don't hear me today. But we're going to go into a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and really cook the rest of this. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, Donnie Keith here, aka Auntie Peaches from the Aunties Radio Show, also on The Voice of Reason. I'm here to say that ever since my man started taking A game, he's been on top of his A game. What? When I say A game, I mean his A game. He's more focused. He's definitely working out more. His attitude is better. And he's not complaining of all over body aches due to poor blood circulation, because A-Game provides great blood circulation, if you know what I mean, ladies. That blood circulation. Sometimes I have to hide the A-Game in the bushes when I'm out walking the dog, just because I want some sleep. If you know what I mean, ladies. Stay on top of your A-Game, fellas. Get your A-Game.
That blood circulation, if you know what we mean. We know what you mean about that blood circulation. Okay? Brothers gotta be on their A game. They A game. They A game. Because A game definitely addresses a man's blood circulation in his body. That increased blood circulation is what supports a man's vitality, his energy, his strength, and his libido, right? Those are the things that are supported with A game, which is a 100% natural product and a health solution for men to address their overall health and just to make the brothers feel better overall. You know, it's difficult sometimes when you're trying to troubleshoot what's going on with you health-wise. You know, you trying to take this pill over here, this magic drink over here, wave this magic wand over there, and you're still not really feeling better. You don't really feel at yourself. You definitely don't feel like you did a couple of years ago. And so it's difficult sometimes to figure out where should I go? What should I do? You know, I want to exercise more, but I don't really have the energy to do that. You know, I want to do more activities, but you know, work catches up with me. I don't finish all the projects, and sometimes I have to bring my work home, you know, and all of these sorts of things. I get backed up, and then I just be like, whatever. A game is definitely the solution to that, because it addresses a man's overall health and it supports these things that he needs help with. Again, that vitality, that energy, that strength, and that libido, it actually helps him to really organize his day the way that he needs to do that, so that he can create the time that used to be missing. You know, have the strength that he didn't used to have. You know, he wants to do extra reps in the gym, or he wants to have extra time. You know, he might go hiking. He might like to bike, whatever the situation might be. And so now with A game, he has an opportunity to do that. He has the strength and the energy to actually do what he wants to do. And in turn, his health is improved. Okay? And so A game really helps to bring a man to focus really on his health. And he doesn't even have to take A game every day, because it's so long lasting. It lasts 72 hours. So all you have to do is take one A game every 72 hours, drink a lot of water so that it can really go through your system, because it acts really fast. So within like 30 minutes to an hour, you begin to feel the effect of A game, right? And it's such a wonderful, positive effect. Every brother that I know that takes A game speaks only highly of it. You know, it's only improved his life in so many different areas that he really wasn't even looking for, and it improved it. So definitely you want to be a part of the A Game family. And ladies, you know you got husbands, fathers, sons, brothers that you want to see on their A game. So all you have to do is click the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com. And please don't forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10 so you can have A Game delivered to you ASAP, okay? Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much for that. And I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta So thank you so much. I got 407 wonderful people who have already hit the like button. Let's see if we can encourage the other 400 or so people to also hit the like button, because that supports the show and helps us get into the algorithm. And this channel can attract more viewers and more subscribers. So thank you so much for that. And we're actually going to get back into it. Okay? Because here's the thing too. This is one way why you don't get, why the young ladies don't come back. And I need a 1 in the chat if you want to know why a lot of them don't come back. And then they end up these middle-aged or older aged out women. And then they're crying about it. Because we're going to get to a whiner in a minute. Okay. The reason why they don't really come back out of this, going down this sexual road that really leads them to ruin, is because the way that they feel about it is, and this is part of why it's the lost value system, because you're lost in so many different areas, so many different levels you're actually lost in. And what they begin to think is, I've already gone too far down this road. I've already gone too far. You know what? I've already done wrong. I've already disappointed my father. I've already disappointed my mom. I've already disappointed my family. I've already gone against so many of their rules. I've already broken so many of the things that I was actually taught how to do. I've broken so many of those. Then come back for what? Am I even able to come back from that? Are they going to accept me back? Are they going to see me the same way they saw me before? Probably not. They probably think lower of me now. Because, I was 18, 19, 17, lost my virginity or whatever. I know my dad didn't want me to do that, especially with the guy, just one of the little school guys or whomever. He had warned me about that, and I didn't listen because I got hot and I wanted to try it, and he was cute and I had an opportunity, so I took it. And after I took that opportunity, I felt bad, but, I tried to keep it from my dad and all that kind of stuff. But by him being a man, he was able to see that I did it. And I know I was looking in my dad's eyes when I saw the disappointment. And that disappointment that I saw in his face crushed me. When I saw the disappointment in his face and it crushed me, I decided, you know what? I might as well keep going. When really, she's not at the point of no return at that time. She's not. You can't take your V card back, but you don't have to go down the thought road either. And so many of our young women end up in this whole phase and this thought culture and hookup and all that kind of stuff because they was like, man, I can't come back. My daddy ain't gonna never look at me the same. I'll never be his little girl again. I can't never kiss my dad no more with this mouth because I sucked off that guy with this mouth. I'll never be able to sit on his lap again. You know how daddy cuddle you, you're never too big to sit on his lap. And he treats you like his little girl. no matter how big you get. So now it's like, I can't do that. There's such a sense of shame attached to it that she say, you know what? Let me just keep going. Let me just keep going. I'm just going to keep on going down this road. I'm just going to keep on going and get these guys. I'm going to let these guys run through me. You know, I'm going to be transactional with the sex. I may even get into a situation where I'm entering into humiliating sex. And that's sex that includes vulgar expressions. It's degrading or it's treating someone shamefully, belittling intentionally, or projecting unhealthy critique. So this is the type of sex that you never feel good about. It lowers her value. It lowers her self-esteem. It lowers her self-worth. She go lower and lower and lower on the totem pole all the time, the further she go into it. Thank you, Philip J. Thank you so much. Getting flued out and being somebody's toilet. Now somebody done did number 2 and all that old craziness on you. Now you got to carry that around. You got to carry that in your soul. That you allowed yourself to be in a position where that was done to you and you accepted it. You accepted that. And as you get older, it ain't a whole lot of men that's willing to save you from that whole life. This is where the concept of you can't make a hoe into a housewife come from. Why? Because as you keep going down that road, you actually become more and more and more broken. You might not even started out broken. You might have just started out curious, but you broke yourself. You broke yourself over all of these men. You broke yourself getting a train ran. You broke yourself with this unbridled amount of chaos that you were dealing with and doing. I'll give you a number 1 example of a female that was whining. And I'm going to tell you why she whining. Brittany Renner is doing a wine tour. I don't know if nobody see that or agree with that, or if you see her antics. Brittany Renner is running around doing an interview with anybody that'll have her. Whining. And what is she whining about? What is Brittany Renner whining about? Brittany Renner is whining. Thank you, E. Grooves. Brittany Renner is whining because she chose thought life. And now she don't like the outcome that she's ending up at. She don't like that. So now she's whining and crying and mouth long enough to suck peas out of a hot sauce bottle because she wants the world to feel sorry for her. Now she's at a point, because she's old enough to know it now. Now she's at a point in her life where she wants people to see her for the woman that she was raised to be. But that's not what you did. Those were not the actions that you took. You took the whole route is what you did. So don't nobody see you as the good young woman that your mama and your daddy raised you up to be. Don't nobody see you as that girl that they tried to instill system, order, and structure into. Don't nobody see you as that. What we see is what you did. And what you did was you entered into all of these transactional, non-spiritual interactions with men where all you did was consume them. Because when you take a look at the chart and you take a look at where it says transactional and where it's defined, you have a longer paragraph that I'm going to read to you because this is the experience. This transactional way of dealing with men is promoted by convincing Black women to widely and collectively participate in activities such as whole phases, twerking in public, hot girl summers, OnlyFans, being strong and independent and not needing a man, thought culture, casual sex, one night stands, hookups, having high body counts, large numbers of partners, and wanting to be equal to or better than men regarding his perceived promiscuity. The current self-love, abstinence, and celibacy scams are a disingenuous way to deal with past transactional trauma. This is what we dealing with. Thank you, Frederick, said these women picking up their dirty back feet now. Oh, gotta get it. You know, I already messed up. Let me just keep on going. You know what I mean? Down the path. I'm just gonna keep on going down the path, y'all. Because what never happens is we don't actually learn as young Black girls that sex is really the physical manifestation of a spiritual love that a woman allows, permits, and gives consent and submits to when she's entered. We're not taught what that means when a man actually enters us. We're not told what that's supposed to do to us, what it does to us. That's why that young girl with the bonnet said, I went crazy. Because it do make you go crazy. Thank you, Real Bravado, said Brittany is a case study of what not to do. She definitely is, and thank you so much. That's what we not told. This is the danger of living this way with these single mother households, because the reason why it's so difficult to save the girls from the streets is because the society is built on the lost value system. So as soon as she leave your door, that's exactly what she finna run into. And that's a powerful demon right there. That's a powerful demon right there. Okay? That's not no joke. Getting hooked up into the lost value system, that's not a joke. It's not funny and it's not easy. It's not easy to ignore your impulses when everything is being dangled in your face like it's about to do you some good. And it's not. Because the young lady with the locks actually said in her own comment section in one of the other videos that she did, she was like, young girls, you ought to just wait because there's no good in this. There is no good that comes out of jumping too soon into sex because you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. Thank you, Generation Love said, from your brother in Christ Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. I'm sorry if I'm messing that up because I don't. Please forgive me. It's time to serve at breaking generational curses. It definitely is. And thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Celine said too many young women take virginity too lightly. Definitely. Because the lost value system tell you to take it light. Oh, that ain't nothing. Why you holding on to that? That's not nothing to hold on to. It's everything really to hold on to. Really. Because once you give it up, you can't take it back. You'll never take that back. You can never recreate that experience ever. Undani, thank you so much that you can't follow Superhead whole playbook and expect to come out clean. Even Corinne Steffens didn't come out clean. Exactly. And she mad. Corinne can say what she want to say. She mad. She mad. You cannot have both your cake and eat it too. And going back to Brittany Renner, she's the prime example. Thank you, EA said women retain the seed of every man they've been with. It's important. But going back to Brittany Renner, she's whining because she been caught between two systems. See, she wasn't raised to be in the lost value system from the standpoint of that's not who her mom and daddy and her family told her she should be. That is not. It's just not. But she chose it anyway. She chose the lost value system. She chose whole phases. She chose transactions. So now she's at a point where she realizes she needs fixing. That's Brittany's problem. She's in her 30s now, and she realizes that she needs fixing. And she realizes that she needs a man to do the fixing for her. The only problem that Brittany's really having is that the men who are capable of fixing her don't want her. They don't want her. And the only men that she gonna attract now are the ones that enjoy that she's broken so they can take their advantage of her because she broken. See, ain't no man trying to save all of that, right? Because for men, knowing that you're trash, you can just imagine what Brittany has done sexually as a man. Thank you, Philip said, then you have the damaged chicks lying to the right fruit. Yeah. You can just imagine the trains, the this, the that. She can come and say whatever she wants about what her sexual history has been. But all you got to do is use your imagination. Because she put herself in a position where you can use your imagination about that. Okay? Thank you, Dr. Thunder. Say here to support. I hope to collaborate with you in the near future. Oh, thank you so much. And with that being the case with her, see, it ain't really no redeeming qualities there. He does not want to be a fool for saving you. That's why everybody was on PJ Washington's head. That's why they was on his head. That's why they was like, man, you simping. You doing all. This is no, you're not supposed to deal with her. You're not supposed to deal with her on that level. You're trying to save her, and she don't want to be saved. That's the second issue. The first part of the issue for men is that he ain't trying to be made out to be no fool just because he trying to help you. And you out here a whole thought box. Okay? You can't contain yourself. You just for the street. And here he is trying to apply system, order, and structure to you. He trying to apply 4 P's to you. He trying to, you know what I'm saying, corral you. But the second problem with you is that you don't want to be saved. That's your other issue. You want the benefit of a man that would try to save you, but you ain't really trying to be saved because you done went too far and you're too broken to be fixed. And the whole issue with that is that for a lot of these women, they had to accept I'm too broken. Had to accept it. That's what Corinne Stephens is mad at. That's the road Lori Harvey is headed down. Same road. That's why I put Vivica Fox in the thumbnail, because you'll be her age, still mad. Thank you again, EA. Say stay away from Dubai party girls or the Las Vegas chicks. That's how you become a Vivica. That's how you become a Lisa Ray. That's how you become a Claudia Jordan. That's how you become that. Mad at the world now. Vivica still, you know what I'm saying, will mention 50 Cent. How long ago was that? 50 tried it. 50 tried it. I'm going to get her. She a little older. She might have a little sense. I might be able to apply my system, order, and structure to her and see what I can get. That's why she still love him. But he ain't trying to have no part of that. Because you're too far gone. Too far gone. You're too far gone. Can't save you. I can't fix you. It's too entrenched now. Every time, it's just not, I don't even see the potential of it. I don't even see you working on it. You're not even working on it. You're real down bad. And this is why a woman's sexual past matters to a man. Because it actually changes how he sees you. It changes him. It changes him. And again, he's not trying to be out here caught up as a fool. Thank you, Venomie. Said, great work, sis. And a homeboy kept saying me, don't be Mario. In real life, most of the women are not trying to be saved. I learned the hard way. Save the games for the video games. Thank you. And thank you again, EA, said when level up goes wrong. Yeah. You know what kind of life Vivica could have had she been able to actually fall under 50's system, order, and structure? And fall under his order for real? And not play no game with him? He'd have still been with her. More than likely. They'd have went on and got married. But you do too much. You too broken. Thank you, Miss 39 Dina. And it changes how man, he could have been vetting you for something serious. And then you let it slip out your mouth, fly out your mouth one day when you got comfortable. Cause women get comfortable. So you was chilling one day, thought it was sweet. Thought you was feeling cute. So you thought you would tell them about that train you got ran on you 8 years ago. Huh? Thank you, Tutorian. Yeah, you thought, I had that happen. You had what happened? They like to say it was a threesome. No, when it's you and more than one man, beloved, that's a train. That's not no threesome. No. Those are called trains. You done seen a train with a just a few cars and train with a lot of cars. It's still a train. Just be a train with 2 cars, 2, 3 cars, that's still a train. And it can be long as 10 cars. That's a train. It's still a train. That's a train. El tren. That's a train. Okay? Yeah, we did. And he'll look at you. And you know what? He might not even change his expression. But all that talk about how y'all was going to be together and how he was going to put a ring on your finger and how all that, no. You be trying to figure out where that talk went. Out the window when that train passed by. When that train passed by, you threw it out the window. Because why? Broken. I'm going to fix you. No. Thank you, Lauren. Says so sad they value everything else instead of themselves. Exactly. No, we done. Because, So, what is the takeaway for the day? I know it's hard. And I'm talking to the real young girls. 13, 14, 15, maybe even 12. We have all been there, beloved. We have all been there. Every older woman you see was your age at one time. Okay? We understand from experience how tempting everything is. It's fun, it's funny, it's trendy, it's on TikTok, it's on the YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, it's everywhere. We know. And the things that your mom and your dad is telling you seem real boring. You know, it's just boring. You know, they talking old people stuff. You don't want to do that. We know. The only solution that you have is to listen. That's a tall order. We know. Because you don't understand the outcome. Okay? You think it's just a one time. You're going to do it one time. You're going to get caught up with this boy just one time. You're going to get caught up smoking just one time. You're going to take this drink just one time. You're going to, you're a good girl. What couldn't it harm you to do just one thing? Because your daddy's so strict. I'm telling you, and this is Crimson Kid, this is Auntie talking to you. Auntie can't whoop you, Auntie can't punish you. But what Auntie can do is tell you, you do not, under any circumstance, want to travel down no whole phase roads, getting ran through, all that twerking everywhere, not being able to wait to put your booty up on Instagram and see how many likes you get. None of that. All of that ruins you. You will be, since you on TikTok and you on social media. Look at some of these older women. They are angry. And the reason they are mad is because when they were 13 and 14 and 15 and 18, they didn't listen to their father and their mother. And now they're mad because they lived a life that was much harder than it needed to be. Thank you, Dante. Said, thank you, ma'am. Women want to be men so bad. It doesn't matter if they got some money or if they still pretty or any of that. What matters is who you are on the inside as a woman. We know you young, so you looking for chaos. You looking for adventure. You looking for trouble, all in the name of having fun. Laugh now, cry later. I know you heard that song from Drake. Take the title and live by it. Laugh now, cry later. You do not want to be Brittany Renner. You don't. Brittany Renner, for all of her beauty and all of her, Instagram pictures and how many likes and this and that, Brittany Renner is a single, unmarried mother in her 30s that is mad that she do not have anybody that love her. They don't see value in her. They know she been ran through. They know she done had too many sex partners. They can only imagine what kind of sex she had and what she let men do to her. You do not want to end up only understanding sex from a whole perspective, from being a thought. You don't. You don't want to just engage in the kind of sex that you would never tell nobody that you engaged in because you shame that you let some man do X, Y, and Z to you. You don't want to engage. You do not want to be starting your life, and by the time you 23 or 24 or 21, you got to make TikToks saying how lonely. I'm going to show you one more thing. Thank you, Ashley, your Chi-Town brother. God bless you. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ash. I really appreciate that very much. I'm going to show y'all young girls something. I'm going to show y'all something before we get out of here. And I hope this reached somebody. Let me go back.
So I seen one of my homegirls.
We're going to go back to this young lady's TikTok. She beautiful. This is a beautiful young lady. Look what this say.
I'm an alien.
We're not going to listen to the little music. But look at what it say. If only I had somebody to do this with. It ain't but 6 seconds. Look at her. And the other little caption was lonely ASF. This woman is young. Okay? This woman is young. This woman is pretty. That is not no ugly woman. That is a pretty young woman with a pretty little shape and everything. And she lonely. Because already the men have decided that she not worth more than to just get some for a little while and then leave her alone, leave her where she at. That's why she's lonely. There's no reason in the world why that young lady shouldn't be able to find a good husband. A good husband. She young. From what I understand over TikTok, I didn't see no kids. She young, pretty, no kids. But she admits to being ran through. She thirst trapping on TikTok. Whether she ran through or not, she thirst trapping. And the men will make an assessment about that. And they'll make an assessment about you. And it ain't gonna be that's not fair. You don't know my story. Nobody owes you to understand anything. The word is being given to you now. At 35, you're gonna be feeling bad because you're not gonna be able to say nobody told you. Too much information. It's too much information now. Okay? You don't want to be on TikTok at 21, 22, thirst trapping, talking about how lonely you are. You'll be old out here trying to figure out why don't no man love you. That's why I did that video with that older lady. Somebody link it in the chat for me so these young ladies can get to it. That's why I did the video with the older lady. It wasn't about talking about that lady. It was about she's an example of a woman in her 60s. Not a bad looking woman. She was still pretty too. Lonely. Angry that she lonely because of all them decisions that she made led her to that point in her life. Because old hoes was once young ones. And an old fool was once a young fool. I know this sound old folky to y'all. Please take what Auntie Crimson is saying. I know you caught between two worlds. The world that your mother and father is raising you to be. and you want to be that girl. You want to make them proud. And then there's the other side where you getting all this peer pressure and from around your school, from social media. You don't want to be the outsider. I get it. We get it. We know. We know, baby. We know. Please be the young lady that your mother and father is raising you to be. You will have plenty of time for sex and love and all of that, because if you wait to do that with a man that you love and that love you, nobody's saying wait forever, then you get to experience what a woman's supposed to. We supposed to experience the love, learning the essence of what that means. Sex is not just an act. We women, we take on the brunt of that. Have this where there is an emotional and a spiritual connection. Have it be purposeful. It's not just something that you try and, and it's fun and funny and just a conversation for your girlfriends. Because they don't care. They in the same boat you in. They don't know no more about nothing than you do. Let it be about the joy of bringing forth children, and not like the young lady with the bonnet that just got pregnant because she was being haphazard with her sex. She was just everywhere with it. Not careful, not looking out, unprotected, all that. Have it be something that satisfies you, and not just on a physical level, but something that satisfies you emotionally and something that satisfies your man emotionally. You do not need a whole phase to figure that out. Do not let nobody, include if indeed your mama telling you that, don't listen to that. You don't need no whole phase. That ruins you. It ruins you. Thank you, Nuruddin. Say, Kendra, look like I'm going to make a decision to one Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and 2 win again. Thank you so much, Nuruddin. I just wanted to give that to you guys. And thank you so much. Before we sign out, we are going to talk about how we are really going to transform the Black community. And I've been showing you guys this all week because this is extremely important. I've had so many questions about the purpose of the petition that we have against Black Lives Matter. And so if you notice, we got a little check mark back here because that was step one. And we actually accomplished step one, which, first of all, before it's step one, there was the create a vision and a roadmap. So the petition itself didn't just come out of the blue and out of nowhere and we just jumped out the window with it. It was something that we, had a vision, had a plan, had an understanding of what we wanted to do. So the first step, which we got that beautiful green check mark by, was to create a foundational interest group of more than 10,000 people. So that was that wonderful milestone that we crossed already with the petition by getting 10,000 signatures. Our next milestone is going to be 15,000 until we get up to 100,000, right? And so this is a 6-step process, as you can see. And this is really just to answer people's questions about the purpose and what we're doing with the petition and why we have it and why it's important to sign it as well and to support it. Because step 2 is all of the press releases that we're going to do just to get more eyes for the petition, even outside of YouTube and outside of my subscribership. which I'm grateful for all of you, but we need more eyes and more support, and these press releases actually help us to achieve that. And once we can do that, we can also nominate a national leader for the initiative. So think of this, step 3 is like getting a spokesperson. The spokesperson that we choose is going to be a red pill black man who has a history of serving, right? And has the best interests of our community at heart. And he also will know how to navigate both the social and the political waters, right? And we're going to keep on building this petition to more than 100,000 signatures, because that really gives us the boost, and it lets everybody that we're going to work with understand that the community at large is behind this initiative. It's not just something small. It's very significant, because what that does is helps us to deal with step 4, which is connecting with other individuals and groups to support the needs of our community. So this is where we branch off into the different grassroots levels of Black Lives Matter organization that the people in various communities across the United States are working, and they're spending their own money, they're spending their own time, they're spending their own energy to really make an effective change within the community as much as they possibly can. So we're going to try to connect with these individuals and these groups to see how we can better support them and how they can support our initiative, right? And we already have a blueprint, because step 5 is to incorporate a proven success model, right? To build our communities across America. So we have a blueprint already ready to go on how we're going to build this up and build up the support in our communities. And last but definitely not least is the number 6 is to use the funds retrieved to help Black men affected by injustice, right? So this is how we're going to be holding Black Lives Matter organization accountable for the over $100 million theft and misused funds. This is what we mean by holding them accountable. So it's not just saying the words, but actually putting the feet on the ground so that this can really take flight and this initiative can really happen. In essence, we're trying to complete the job that Black Lives Matter left the Black community hanging with, right? So we're basically attempting to right that wrong for our communities, because we still need help. We know that Black Lives Matter Global Network and Foundation is a fraud, but that doesn't stop our communities from actually still needing help. So if you want to be a part of this wonderful, beautiful initiative that we have, that first step begins with signing the petition. So the link is in the chat, and it's also in the description box. So if you want to be a part of this, please click the link for the petition, sign it, share it, contribute to it. Any money that you contribute to it actually goes to change.org, not to any account or anything that we have access to. It's really to have change.org to open it up to all of their subscribers and within their network for other people who want to sign the petition, okay? So go ahead, please, I implore you to do that. I want to thank everyone for their contribution through Super Chat, through Cash App, through PayPal. It's greatly appreciated. And last but not least, I want to thank my support team, without which we do not have this content, and we don't have these awesome charts. Like, they work day and night, work really hard to get us these wonderful visual aids that really drive home all of the concepts that we're talking about on the channel that's so important for us to grasp. So I want to give a special thank you to them for all of that hard work. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.